Tonight, it's important because we're talking about possible lost jobs. There was some bad economic news here in the Valley last week. The Palm Springs Fushion plant, they make ventilators for respiratory care in the health world, announced they're going to shut down over the next year and a half. And with the closure, nearly 300 workers in the Valley would be out of work. That's why the Coachella Valley Economic Partnership, CVEP, will try to see if they can do anything at all to keep the jobs. Joining me live to talk more about this tonight is CVEP CEO Tom Flavin. Tom, always a pleasure. How you doing?
Fine, Chris.
Good.
How are you?
I understand that you had hoped to talk with the Fushion people today. Did you talk with them? And if you did, what kind of luck did you have?
Yes. Well, we did get a chance. We being the city of Palm Springs and CVEP, actually, this company started in Palm Springs in 1954, and they've worked with them quite a bit over the years. We had a good conversation. Hopefully it's the start of more than one.
Why do they say they want to leave here and move, I believe, to suburban Minneapolis?
Well, they look at it as a kind of a consolidation to reduce costs. This brings into the picture the cost of doing business in California, which you know is high.
Right.
And it makes it difficult for California to compete in those situations, but we're going to do everything we can to do so.
What can you do? Can you offer them any type of incentives? What did you say across the table today? That you sounded at least a bit optimistic that maybe you can hold on to 280 jobs.
Well, you begin with having open communication and dialogue. That's the first point. Obviously, if this moves ahead any further, the city of Palm Springs is going to be directly involved. We'll have to assimilate and sit down with them and determine what we heard and what the options are and how we might best proceed.
Realistically, Tom, if you're guessing today, would you say you can keep these jobs, or do you think they're probably gone over the next 18 months?
You know, I'm always optimistic. I think we'll have to really roll up our sleeves and work hard at it, but it's certainly worth the effort.
We're talking about Fushion here, but let's expand the discussion. We always talk about bringing new jobs in, but it seems to me that a very important role that you play, and also the individual cities in the Valley, is to keep the jobs we have here. I mean, we certainly don't want a net loss.
No.
What do you do? Do you have regular meetings with these companies and try to keep them happy so they will not move to Minneapolis?
Well, again, it comes back to this point of having open communication channels, and we're going to be working with our city partners to develop a regular visitation program where we're meeting with top employers in each of the cities so that we know what's going on from their standpoint, and we're able to solve some of their issues, at least those that are local in nature.
And yet, as you hit on earlier, we have an unbusiness-friendly, I think would be maybe the not grammatically way to say it, but that's the feeling many people have in California, and that's the root to this. As we have discussed in the past, you've got to make changes there to make it more attractive for businesses not only to come in, but to stay.
No question about it. We have to get more competitive. That's what the global economy is all about. That's what many of our domestic competitors are about, and that's what we in California have to do if we want to rebuild this job base.
You, sir, have a tough job.
Thank you.
And you've only been at it about a year, but you tell me you still like it, right?
Still do.
All right. Tom Flavin, CEO of CVEP, thank you for joining us, and good luck in keeping those 280 jobs, because we're talking Valley jobs, and some of them would have to try to sell their homes in a tough housing market, so it's just a real problem in a lot of ways.
Yes, it is.
Tom, thank you.
Thank you.
Mounted police are a thing of the past.
At 6:45 on Eye on the Desert, see how a group that calls themselves Mounted Rangers